Well, everyone, I told you this day was coming, almost as if I knew it in advance, or I could see to the future. For you mystic players, a little bit of mysticism for you, instinct, but uh, a bit of gut instinct for your valor players. Um, Death before dishonor. All right, all being said and done, bring you up to speed. I'm having a celebration drink. Now, some of you might think, dude, you already hit like level 40 Pokemon Go. You've been like married for 21 years plus. Here's another thing to be thankful for. You have 7 great kids. Terrific. I'm going to break down and have a cigarette. By the way, no promotion to any other brand of cigarettes. I roll my own, so nobody gets a promotion. Celebration cigarette. By the way, smoking's bad for you. Horrible addiction. Never start. By the way, here's my celebration drink. You can't see what it is, so there's no promotion there. But what I am promoting, you're going to love this. Pokemon Go. For some people, it's a bane of their existence. When they hit level 40, I don't know, they lose track of what's important. I took over 1,000,000 Stardust. And thousands of candies. And decided to do something what some of you might call crazy. Dumped them through the whole first gen. Every perfect creature. Every single one. That I tested. Using the normal app. Normal app means simply amazing because I'm Valor. Attack, defense, and most importantly, HP. All the way through the first gen. Now, any of you Pokemon Go players are going to realize one important thing. HP is important when you're in a battle. Defense is only important if you're being battled. Attack is really only important if you're attacking. You get thrown into a gym. You're going to attack only at a certain rate. Okay. So many seconds per minute. So much damage per minute. By the way, just to point this out, it's all irrelevant. The only thing that's really important is your HP, your attack, and your defense. Okay. You're perfect creatures, mind you. I went through. Well, let me start at the beginning. I had over 1 million Stardust to start with. I got to a creature that some of you might be familiar with, Ninetales. I just hit level 40, 2 days ago? I took millions plus Stardust and dumped it into powering up every perfect creature I could. every creature I could that was perfect. I didn't make it through the first gen. I'm really sad to say. Over 1 million Stardust gone. Sad. What's one to do? Be upset. 1 million Stardust gone. Gone. Within an hour. After time and time again a catching creature. After time and time again getting Stardust. After time and time again getting candies. What's a person to do? Dude, I made it to like Ninetales. It's not that big a deal. Maxed them out. Thank you, Niantic. Thumbs up with victory smoke in hand. Literally made it to Ninetales and maxed out all creatures in its evolution. Why'd I wait so long? I don't know. A lot of creatures hit over 2,000. Some of the creatures actually hit almost 3,000. First gen. Dude, can't wait to see what you're like in battle. I have a feeling a lot of my first gen characters are going to be the crap. Shite. For those of you that are in Germany, you know what that means. For those of you that are in English, well, you can figure out what that means. I'm spitting to put out my cigarette. I have a little thing here. I'm very conscious of the environment. So I don't want stuff to burn. Just because it's cold out doesn't mean that it can't start a fire. Alright, so I'm a little concerned about the environment. I guess Smokey Bear would be proud of me. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm more concerned about the aspect of where I go from here. I literally took almost 1,000,000 Stardust. For you Pokemon Go players, that's a lot of creature catching, even with your Stardust piece. Okay, I took 1,000,000 Stardust and dumped it into nothing but first gen. I took thousands, and dare I not say thousands, of, I don't know, creature candy, to say the least, and dumped it into the most perfect creatures I could find in the first gen only. Yeah, once you hit level 40, drink speed to you. At 2 something in the morning. By the way, I'm putting the cap on that thing because it's not good drinking it straight. Listen to be learned. If you ever drink, to cut the nasty taste, unless of course you like medicine, you might want to cut it first. But back to what we were talking about, first gen. Wow. I almost made it through the entire first part of the Pokédex at level 40, mind you, after thousands and thousands of candies and almost 1,000,000 plus Stardust, powering up what, just according to Niantic, considers perfect creatures. Okay. Max these things out. Ninetales, mind you. Which, for those of you that have a, I don't know, it's starting my third day. Level 40. 3 days in. I don't know. Could this literally be the start of the new beginning? Even at level 40. To be honest with you, even with the new release, you notice how I shifted for the light. I believe there is a lot of life after level 40. Took down a few gyms today. Amazingly, even before I powered up my creatures, at level 40, it didn't stand much of a chance. You know, at level 40, we're always struggling at the next, the greatest challenge that lies before us. Life is the true challenge. Okay? It's not in some game. It's not in achieving some goal, some achievement. As my grandfather once said, and I'm sorry, hold him dear to my heart. Probably the greatest challenge of life is life. Dealing with your immediate family, dealing with the relationships whether it's guy, girl. You know, I don't care. It's in dealing with each other. Here's a word you're not going to like: compromise. Compromise. Does it really matter here or there? But achieving the long term goal. Question to ask yourself. Yeah, I know. Some of you will say, here he goes again on a rant or whatever the case may be. But I'm going to answer you this. How do you measure success? Millions of stardust? Tons of candies. So many kills. How do you measure success? What does success mean to you? To me, making it all the way through Pokemon Go, first edition, Nidoking, powering him up to its final ability, taking what extra I have, dumping it in Ninetales, powering it up as far as I could, is only a measure of success at level 40. Okay. For my kids, for my grandkids, for anybody that checks out the video, success is only truly measured in the time you spend and the way you spend it. Okay. Whether you take 1,000,000 stardust, a million stardust, and dump it into all the perfect creatures you got, or in some other people's case, powering up your armor. And Skyrim's not paying my bill, but taking and dumping it into your defense or HP is all irrelevant. I want you to remember one important thing, if nothing else. You're only allowed 120 years max. Nobody, and I mean nobody. By the way, that is one record I hope to break. But nobody in their recordable presence has ever lived past 120 years. Get used to this phase. Because if I have any say, I will live past that. We'll see where tomorrow brings us. Which leads me to my next point. Live for today, but not for tomorrow. Okay? Do what you can each and every day. Live life itself, to its fullest. I worked today. I got up. I did my normal responsibilities of the day. Now comes the painstaking aspect of sleep. Now, some of you recognize the aspect of sleep being an important aspect of the day. I consider it downtime. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, my time. I gotta be up and ready to go by 5. So many hours. So little time. So much to do. I gotta work to pay the bills, which requires money, so that I can live, which requires money. Okay, you see where I'm going with this thing called life? Okay. I think I'm just going to cut it there. If I was able to do YouTube full time, I think I probably would. 20, 30 minutes out of my time, and I've done past the 20-minute mark. After midnight. And here I am releasing a video, and I got to be up by 6 something in the morning in order to go about the other aspects of my day. But this is the thing that I've called life. This is called the balance between what you'd like to do and what you can do. In fact, if you look at my fingernails, they're dirty because of work. I work extremely hard. I play hard. But you know what? Here's the thing. You gotta have a balance in life. For every action, and I'm gonna end it on this, a little bit of philosophy for you. Especially for my children and my grandchildren. They might actually see this video. Little aspect. Small inch. By the way, you can still see through that. There is a fine balance between too much play and too much work. There's a balance to life. If you go too much to one way, you will fall short. So what do? Do you blame the people around you? Oh, it's your fault, though, if I hadn't taken so much time. You know, the problem falls upon yourself. Unfortunately, a lot of us in life don't want to realize the fact that a lot of the problems we have in life that we deal with, whether it's emotional, circumstantial, whatever happens to you, over time, hate to say it, you're only given so much time. As in earlier videos, I had pointed out the aspect of time. You're only allowed so much time in life, and you have to choose how you're going to spend that time. And you have to literally decide. You got to make a conscious decision on what's most important to you. hence the reason at level 40, Pokemon Go, even though my levels aren't being counted, time is still counted. And you as an individual have to decide what's the most important to you. Okay? I hate to break the news to you, but life is short. The max you're going to get out of it is 120 years. We're not in Old Testament time. You're not going to get to like 900 plus years. Your life on this earth is limited. And I personally thank God knowing that I'm only going to live max of 120 years. Okay? Now, what I have to do is think logically how I'm going to spend that time. Worrying about pity problems, worrying about relationship issues, or I'm going to take care of the most important things that I consider most important to me. This is the aspect that we call life. You know, you see the name on my shirt? It's called Slayer. Let me give you a little realization to that name. Some of you that follow the video, some of you that don't. Some of you that follow my music stuff, some of you that don't. Some of you that just follow the Pokemon stuff and figure it doesn't relate to Pokemon, so you jump out. Some of you that follow the music aspect and don't. I'm going to tell you this. Life is what you make it. You on the other side of this camera, you that are watching this video, you that are hearing the words that I'm saying, are going to realize one important thing. Eventually, you are a victim of your own demise. And I wait your arrival. I've been alive for, according to the calendar, 48 years. I've seen a lot of people come. Moment of silence. Seen a lot of people go in life. In the game, Pokemon Go, I've defeated many an adversary. You're the next if you stand in my way. I will not quit. I will not die. And it will not pass under a bush to be hid. I hate to say it, but I, like truth, will be your greatest enemy. So, I think that was enough of a dramatic interlude. Those that are not valor, those that are not my friends. What is a friend exactly? Will perish by the wayside. Okay. By the way, subject change. I had to go to the dental office today. And if you had dental work, that sucks. Here you are with and they're drilling, they're scraping, they're fashioning, and they're leveling stuff off. Did I get them gestures right? I think so. Anyway, back, back to the reality of life. Dude, life is literally only as serious as you make it. All right. For those of you, inside joke. For those of you that know me, you will know I am always a joker. I try to put on always a smile face. Why so serious? A face. But the truth be known, when it comes to reality of life, and I mean the reality, I don't mean all this other BS that goes on literally around you. You must always take thought for that which means the most to you at that time. Okay? Your thoughts and feelings may change. As the weather changes, some of you might be as the season changes. Okay? Living in South Dakota, we have 4 distinctive, completely separate parts of the year. Do you? Do you have that many parts? Or do you separate second from second? My suggestion to you is to look at the long term. Okay? Whether it's Pokemon Go or whatever, it doesn't matter what game you're into, really, it doesn't. I watch my son at Fortnite, and he'll lose battle after battle just to gain some XP. But in the end, you must ask yourself one of the most, literally the most important question. Have you set yourself up for success? Whether it's minute by minute, hour by hour, or day by day, however you measure time, I measure mine by the years. I took 1,000,000 Stardust today in Pokemon Go, dumped it into a variety of different creatures, powered up literally the diamonds in the rough, which is a statement we'll definitely go through later. But I took a diamond in the rough and powered up to what Pokemon Go considers the best of its ability. I guess the real question is, and this is something you need to consider, is have I had the opportunity to power you up? To better you? I mean, that's what these videos are about, really. To power you up. To make you the best of the best. Well, we'll cover the diamonds in the rough later. And for those of you, like I always say, that want to leave a comment down below, I most certainly your opinion matters. I most certainly will review it. Take it into consideration. What I deem to be necessary. Review it in a video and discuss it with everybody else. In that aspect, I am the judge of what's important. I am the jury as whether it's conducive. I am the executioner of what will stay and what will not. Aren't you glad I'm not God? Could you imagine this face as God? Or this face is God? I'd be scared crapless. Even with a smile on my face. From ear to ear. Anyway, enough of the theatrics. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my evening, or should I say morning. Have a drink, pollute my lungs, and I will see you tomorrow. Sorry, more updates to come your way. Like it or not, I am level 40 in Pokemon Go, and I will be in your face.